Imagine being at your lowest point. No home, no stability, no one waiting for you. Now imagine a stray cat changes everything. This is the true story of James Bowen and a ginger street cat named Bob, and how a small animal became the reason a man chose to live. In the mid-2000s, James Bowen was struggling. He was homeless in London, battling addiction, trying to survive by busking in the streets and selling a street newspaper. Every day was uncertain. Every night was lonely. He had very little, just a small supported housing flat, and the hope that maybe tomorrow would be better. Then one evening, everything changed. James noticed a ginger cat sitting in the hallway of his building. The cat looked injured, thin, dirty, abandoned. Most people would have walked past. James didn't. He bought antibiotics with money he could barely spare and treated the cat's wound. He planned to release him once he recovered. But the cat had other plans. He didn't leave. He waited outside James's door, as if he had chosen him. James named him Bob. When Bob recovered, James carried him outside, expecting him to run off. Instead, Bob followed him all the way to the bus stop. James tried again the next day. Same result. Bob simply refused to leave. Eventually, James made a choice. If this cat wants to stay, I'll take care of him. It was a small decision, but it changed both of their lives. James went back to busking. This time, Bob sat on his shoulder, and everything shifted. People stopped, smiled, took photos, dropped more coins into his guitar case. Bob wasn't just sitting there, he was calm, confident, observant. He wore a little scarf and looked straight into the crowd. In a busy city like London, they became impossible to ignore. Bob followed James everywhere. He waited outside shops. He rode buses with him. He slept beside him every night. They were no longer two strays, they were a team. James later said something powerful. He saved my life. It was like having a guardian angel. Caring for Bob gave him responsibility. Routine. Purpose. He couldn't relapse. Bob depended on him. The cat became his anchor. When you're responsible for another life, you think differently. Bob didn't abandon when things were hard. He stayed, and sometimes that's all someone needs. Their story began attracting attention. Tourists filmed them. People shared photos online. Eventually, James wrote a book about their journey. It was called A Street Cat Named Bob. The book became an international bestseller, translated into dozens of languages. Then came the film adaptation, bringing Bob's story to millions more. From homelessness to global recognition, all because one ginger cat refused to walk away. What made Bob special wasn't tricks. It wasn't fame. It was loyalty. He chose James every single day. Animals don't care about your past. They don't care about your mistakes. They care about presence. And Bob's presence gave James something he hadn't felt in years: worth. In 2020, Bob passed away. News spread quickly. Fans gathered in London. They left flowers, notes, candles for a cat who once slept in a hallway unnoticed. Bob had become more than a pet. He became a symbol of second chances, of quiet loyalty, of how small acts of kindness can echo across the world. James saved a stray cat, but in many ways, the cat saved him. Not with strength, not with power, but with loyalty. Sometimes the creature you rescue rescues you back, and that's the story of a street cat named Bob.